carryover of 70s show. I forget if there's anyone else on that 80s show besides Glenn that I know.
Brittany Daniel.
Brittany Daniel.
I don't think I know who that is. I also didn't watch any of those shows. I don't really watch TV.
Yeah, we've established that before.
But speaking of TV, since this is now apparently we're like a light SNL Lonely Island podcast.
Oh, Alex Danvers from Supergirl.
I didn't watch Supergirl, but I know who you're talking about.
Before we started recording, we were talking about digital shorts, and I'm curious, Mike. You had named a few. You had named Laser Cats and Natalie Raps. Or
You
Natalie
missed
Rapp.
a very big one.
Yeah, what else is coming top of mind to you? This isn't like a what are your favorite. It's just like a what else is coming top of mind.
Dear Sister.
Your Sister is a great one.
Mm-hmm. I need to sort out which ones were actually shorts and which ones are just weren't just songs that had music videos that played on the.
Yeah. To be fair, the one
like
that
a boss,
said,
I think, was I can't remember if Like a Boss aired on TV.
The one that you said, Dom, was what
it aired.
It
aired, but I don't know if it got the digital shorts intro.
So they, if this is your first episode tuning in a while or at all, and you haven't heard us talking about this recently, we're down, or at least I'm down a Sandberg hole, pretty bad. And I've been listening to the Lonely Island Seth Meyers podcast, and in that they talk about the rules for what makes it an SNL digital short, with that as like the intro to it. And it is, I think, usually if all three of them are involved in creating it, and then when it's just Andy that's on the show, as long as he's in it, it's considered their thing.
It's listed here anyways. There's another big one that you're missing, Mike.
I feel like there's a couple that are kind of big deal ones.
Plenty of big ones. I'm just saying, like if you set up like, oh yeah, that's a big one. But then, for instance, just to go back to my initial point, like the mirror, I don't remember seeing before or even recognizing that one as a concept.
The one that Dom's referencing,
Roy Rules, I don't think I knew.
The one that Dom's referencing is part of a trilogy. Does that help you suss that out?
Trilogy.
Oh, I forgot that they did that one too.
The people that are like the main people carrying the sketch, carrying the short, are the same characters. Which may not actually. I
forgot about that one too.
Very notable multi-time host is part of all three of these sketches.
Let's see who we got here. We got our John Goodman.
Like a Boss is listed, Mike, as a digital short. So that should open things up a little bit more for you.
We got, because like for instance, Jack Sparrow was also a digital short, I think.
Yes.
Anyway, that's beside the point. What was I saying? Goodman, Martin.
I mean, I don't know how. I'm assuming they were 5-timer at least. I don't know if they are, but I feel like when they've been on the show, it's been notable episodes of not just the show, but the shorts as well.
You got your Tom Hanks.
The trilogy is also music.
Yeah, you can just tell me. I don't feel like thinking that hard.
Dick in a Box.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised that wasn't like a easy one that popped into the brain.
It's still up there. It is like a memorable one that I know, but it's not one. It's not like one of the other ones, like the one they did with Manning, that they did an episode about. I forget what it was called.
I don't know what the short was. Was the short when he was like was it the NFL Cares thing?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. I don't know what the name of that short is. But I don't know if that's considered them, because I don't think any of them are in the sketch. Because the more that I listen to that podcast, and the more they talk about these in chronological order, there's like some that are written by additional SNL people or don't feature any of them in it. Well, I guess it would mainly be Andy. And they sort of lightly not consider that like they don't consider it a Lonely Island thing, at least. Like they worked on the show, it was a thing for the show, but it wasn't necessarily like a Lonely Island piece.
An early one with Chris Parnell, you're forgetting.
Probably one of the bigger ones too.
It's not that I forgot; it's just that we were so focused on you making me remember Dick in the Box that I didn't talk about Chronic. What Girls of Narnia? So yeah, I didn't bring it up.
Lazy Sunday. Yeah. I don't think I ever watched the part 2. I need to bump that up.
I've probably seen it and then.
Yeah, I may have seen it in the past. I am slowly rewatching everything. Kind of in tandem with the episodes that I listen to, but also just, I don't know. They're all they're actually not all on YouTube, but there are a few that the one with Zach Braff is not on YouTube. And I don't know why actually that one's not on YouTube, because I don't think it has music. Maybe it has music in it. Maybe that might be why.
Which one was that?
The Zach Braff one. Do you remember this one, Dom?
No.
Andy is trying to rent an apartment, and he goes in, and Zach Braff's character's like, "Oh, my phone's ringing. I gotta take this in the other room." And the dog comes up to Andy, and the dog, I forget who's voicing the dog, and the dog's like,
Yorma.
Is it Yorma?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Hey, whatever, want to be friends or whatever," and like they're talking for a minute, and then. He like wants to kiss the dog. Right? Yes, yeah. He eventually the end of the sketch ends with him making out with the dog. But yeah, it must play music because I don't know why else that wouldn't be on YouTube. There were a few other ones that I had to look for outside of YouTube that one of them definitely had music, and that was the reason why it wasn't there. Lettuce is not on YouTube, and I don't know why, but I haven't watched it, so maybe it doesn't. Maybe it has music in it. I think Dear Sister was not on YouTube for a while because they didn't license the music.
Yeah. Or at least that's what they said. And I do, because they mentioned like, oh yeah, they didn't upload it, but other people did, and that's like kind of how it blew up, I think.
Yeah. And they said something about like, I think at that time they were maybe YouTube wasn't the thing yet, and they tried to put it on like iTunes or something to sell it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, "Oh, actually, no, you can't. You don't have the rights to fucking music." Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about Andy Samberg too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah,
right.
I'm there.
Say hello to your mother for me. And rounding us out tonight is the Disney daddy himself, Mr. Dominic 40 Dom. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well.
He was in Entourage. I don't know. That's all I get.
Yeah.
In my head,
working on your Andy Samberg's version of Mark Wahlberg.
In my head, when I was in my pocket ready to say hello to your mother for me, I was expecting you to laugh, and I'm sad that it didn't do anything.
I think the problem was, number one, I mean, you just have to be better. Number two,
that's fair.
I don't think you really you didn't lean into any sort of question.
Yeah, I just said it.
You just said it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I know what you're referencing, but cool.
I was Max Payne.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Oh,
yeah, we'll just...
should we hash that conversation out that we talked about last night? It's weird that it's weird to me that I don't think Todd's ever dressed up as Max Payne for Halloween, and I feel like we need to.
That he should dress up as Max Payne.
Yeah, he should dress up as Max Payne. There was more to that conversation. Apparently, I'm really fucking tired. It's gonna be a terrible episode. We got a great show for you tonight. This episode 444, is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty from the Salem, Massachusetts area, or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening. You want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And now that October's over, it's a great time to pick a weekend over the next few months and come on down and get some delicious fatties. Let them know Pass the Controller sent you. They'll be extremely happy to hear that. Other quick housekeeping things, I don't know. There's some stuff coming on the way that I can't really talk about yet, but there's some stuff coming soon that you can check out by going to passthecontroller.io. So just keep that bookmarked, keep that open, refresh that page once in a while, take a peek, see if that new thing pops up, or follow us on social media and you'll see it when it pops up over there. Obviously, it is the end of the month / the beginning of November, and we are not doing the episode tonight. As I've been alluding to all month, that the PTC Movie Club for October would probably get pushed a week, and it is indeed being pushed to next week. So if you were hoping we were going to chat about Popstar tonight, I'm so sorry. You get your Andy Samberg fill in the first 5 minutes of the show, and that's about all you're going to get this time around.
Don't stop, never stop waiting.
There it is.
Dang.
Nailed it. So table that for next week, but that doesn't mean we can't
talk about Andy Samberg for another hour.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go.
Is Dom revealing his pick right now? Is it a Samberg sandwich?
Oh, no, I was just referencing the fact that we were talking about Andy Samberg.
I mean, we can.
Next week's episode is all about Andy Samberg.
I'm all about that.
And we also talked about him last week.
Likely too. Yeah.
Dom's pick is November. Dom, do you have your pick in the holster? You ready to pull the trigger?
So I have to come back probably for next week.
Okay.
Because now I forget what it was. There was something yesterday that made me think that maybe I should change my pick.
Okay.
And now I don't remember what that actually was.
All right. Well,
it was an animated film of some sort.
Here's your tease for next week. And it's fine because without even really putting too much thought into it, I'm just going to assume that we're also going to have a fucked up end of November because of Thanksgiving. So highly possible that you also get an extra week out of that, listener out there. Not guaranteed. I don't know. But,
I think regardless, my pick will be like a shorter film.
Okay. All right.
Good.
And then we don't have to decide this now, but I in December's past we've like changed the pick to be like I think, or have we never actually done it? We've only talked about it.
I think we only sort of did it once or twice.
I don't remember. We did it for John Wick, but I don't remember if that was December.
We also did it for the Matrix, but I think I might have just made my pick Matrix 1, 2, and 3. Did we do a trilogy rewatch?
Yeah, we did.
Maybe we just made that the
right before Revolution. I mean,
oh yeah, that's right before
the newest one came out.
Yeah, because it was like a Christmas.
What is the fourth one called?
Resurrection. Matrix Reloaded, Revolution.
Yep.
Revolution.
And Revelation.
Resurrection.
Oh,
Resurrection, I think.
So Dom's pick will be dropping out next week, so you can stay tuned for that. And then I don't know, it'll be my pick for December unless we change something around, but we'll deal with that when we get there. We don't need to talk about that now. That's way too far in the future. And that's all I got for housekeeping. I feel like it's the freshest thing for us as of recording right now, so we might as well just hop into the end of season Fortnite event and kind of the tease and setting and everything being shown for the Chapter 2 remix. That is the next season that starts tomorrow if you're listening to this live, or if not, on November 2nd. I think it's just a month long, right? It's a quick season. It's like a just November season. So, it's a remix season, so they're bringing back a lot of stuff. Or I guess, I don't know, anything notable that anyone wants to say about the event itself. Did you watch the event, Mike? I know Dom and I did. I don't know if you caught any of it.
No, I was busy trying to fix my computer.
Oh, what's wrong with your computer?
For a while now, whenever I tried, this is why I don't play Fortnite on my computer anymore. It's like whenever I tried playing any, I'm gonna say graphically intensive game, the hard drive that's installed on would stop working. So then the game would crash, and depending on which drive it is, my computer would crash. So I was fiddling around with stuff in there.
Interesting. Well, did you fix it?
Fortnite still wasn't loading, but that's different. Before, Fortnite would load, and then as soon as like the island would load up, like the actual game island, the thing would crash. Now it just kind of freezes trying to even, like, I would select a game mode, hit play, and then it would get stuck on that loading screen. But I could start playing Alan Wake now, so I might go and actually play the DLC that I bought a long time ago.
Alan Wake is not more graphically intensive?
I'm not saying it's more or less. I think there's now a separate problem. I think I fixed my original problem, but now if I try playing Fortnite, it fucks up. But now I can at least start playing Alan Wake, or, I'm gonna try. I think I've been in a situation where another game would at least let me play more. Like I think Persona 3, I was playing on my PC for a while, and then one day it started having the same problem, and then another day it was like, oh no, it's fine, and then it would just crash later than expected. But whatever, that's my problem to deal with.
Have you not played any of the Alan Wake DLC yet? Any of them?
I have not.
Ooh. Hey, did you start it now or not yet?
I did, but we were getting ready to record, so I waited till I died because I couldn't figure out how to save yet. Because I was playing.
Are you playing?
What is it?
Are you playing them in order?
I was playing the Alice one. The
okay,
waitress
yeah, I
one.
think you're playing in order then. I think it goes Alice and then, Sheriff Breaker, and then whatever came out on Halloween. I didn't touch that one yet. Okay. Right? There's only 3 of them.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. So I started playing that, and then I died. So I was like, all right, cool. I think it automatically saves baby, so
yeah,
I should be able to loot that up whenever.
I don't know about the newest one. I think it's called the Lake House. I don't know how long that one is, but I believe the other 2 you could probably finish in like a sitting. They're relatively short.
Okay. I didn't buy Lake House yet because I was still struggling with trying to play the DLC that I already purchased.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. You didn't play Lake House yet, Don, did you? You played the other 2 though, right? Yeah. I think they're fun. I think they add some little cool things to the situation. I enjoyed them. I'll get to Lake House at some point. So to kind of recap it for you then, Mike, the in-game portion of it was very much just, hey, we're dropping you at whatever the like amphitheater location on the map is. I forget what it's called. Something
Risky Reels.
Is it Risky still? I thought it was a different name. I thought Risky was
Retro
the old...
Reels.
Maybe. I thought Risky Reels was the old like drive-in theater part. I mean, it's not really relevant. Dropped you in there, and then you watch the screen, and you can choose to even just fill the whole screen up with the stream and not seeing your character sitting there watching it. Yeah. But it cut to a live feed, which I think this is the only time they've ever done like a live like thing. Like the event was just, hey, we're doing a concert, and it's real people, and it's in Times Square, and we're just streaming it to you. And that's pretty much all it was. It was fun. It was cool. I don't know. I don't personally have like any. I don't like Ice Spice. I don't really know any of Ice Spice's music. It's a weird mix for the season to be focused around Snoop, Eminem, and Ice Spice, in my opinion. I feel like there are other maybe bigger female rap artists.
And Juice WRLD is the 4th.
And Juice WRLD is the 4th, which I don't know if it was in the thing you sent, Dom, but I read a little bit more. Apparently, Juice WRLD was a very big Fortnite player, so that's probably...
Yeah, his agent's been trying to get him in the thing, like, since he was alive.
Oh, okay. So, that's kind of a cool little tribute to someone that, cared about the game, played the game a lot.
And his mother came out and was like, video games was always his way of connecting with, like, friends and family, even, like, at a young age. Like, something about, like, to see his legacy preserved in a way that like he would have loved to enjoy.
Yeah, that's cool. It's kind of like how when Robin Williams passed away, I think there's like a permanent NPC in WoW that is like.
I think there's a genie. I think there's a genie NPC.
Yeah, so it's cool tributes to people that would appreciate knowing that they are being tributed that way. Yeah. The other like crux of the season, aside from that is seemingly leaning into hip hop artists, is it's a lot of like old skins remixed or mashed together. They're bringing a lot of old weapons and items back. They're bringing back a bunch of old POIs. Because you didn't watch the thing, I'm assuming you didn't watch the trailer for the season, Mike?
No.
So in the group text, when me and Dom both went nuts because of the Boogie Bomb, do you have any guess what you think the Boogie Bomb does that we both flipped out?
No, but I also think I was barely skimming. Like, I was looking at this text, but then like between, I think Todd was also chiming in.
He was just saying fake things.
He was just saying fake things, but like I couldn't be bothered to even read who was sending what. So I was like,
Well, that's what. So like I knew Snoop was gonna be the thing. We all knew that. So when Dom was saying the additional stuff, and then Todd was saying fucking dumb shit, I just assumed Dom was lying too, and they were just fucking around. And then
I was not.
And then when it popped up on my screen, I was like, oh no, Dom's fucking telling the truth. This is all really happening. The Boogie Bomb, when you throw it, Mike, makes them. I think it plays the music too, right? Did it play the music? I think it did.
I don't recall.
It makes you do drop it like a Todd dance.
Oh,
that's cool. It's ridiculous. The Eminem item that's in the game, I don't know if he has multiple items, but he has like a machine gun that when you shoot it, it like in like comic words pops up the lyrics to Rap God while you're shooting it, which is just very funny.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know what Ice Spice, if Ice Spice had anything.
I didn't see if there was one or not.
It seemed like when they showed her, it was maybe very clearly an emote tied to one of her songs, which checks out. That makes sense.
It looks like everyone's getting an emote, just from some of the stuff that's coming out right now.
All the additional Snoop stuff is great. I don't know if you saw.
Did you see the dog?
The cartoon dog? Yes. I need that skin. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the shop too, not something you can unlock, which is really aggravating because this month-long season is going to hurt my wallet bad.
Emma's getting a Godzilla emote. And Snoop is getting a Snoop Walk emote.
That's incredible.
So they can't call it a Crip Walk?
They cannot. He said the Crips in a Fortnite event, but apparently Fortnite themselves will not.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
I kind of like the new remixed Eminem skin too. Is pretty good. I do like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. I actually like it probably better than the other two.
I think I do too, actually. The Snoop skins are all great though. Like the one that's tied to the festival pass, him in the jersey, like it's just all good.
The music pass.
Oh, is it not called festival pass anymore?
Because you do not need festival XP to advance it anymore.
So it's just tied to like regular Fortnite?
It's just XP now.
That I love to hear because I was like, I do want to buy this, but I don't want to have to play a bunch of Fortnite Festival.
Yeah, I don't. That's what I was reading, is that it is just tied to XP now, XP Advance.
I mean, Crank That is tied to that, so gotta have that. I need that. I don't really care about the free Marshmallow song. The second song on the paid side, that's Big Sean's album art from, I think his third album, so that's gonna probably be a Big Sean song. I don't know what the other on the top is with the girl with the butterflies in her hair. I have no idea what that is.
I do not know either.
Actually, I don't think I know what any of the other top row what seems to be album cover things are. I don't know what Robbery is on the bottom, and then Young, Wild, and Free is Snoop and Wiz Khalifa. So, yeah, I don't know. Overall, so far, just off the bat, some cool little
Robbery. I think is a Juice WRLD song.
Okay, that makes sense. But aside from all of the things that are going to take our money, I'm actually really excited for the map itself because it's bringing a lot of old things back. You got things like Sweaty Sands, which was always a jam, Pleasant Park, Retail Row's back in the mix. I love a good Retail Row. Slurpee Swamp. I don't remember. Is that supposed to be Moisty Mire? Is that like a new version of that?
I think the swamp was a POI at some point.
Okay. And then Lazy Lake, and then the I forget what the collective was called in that season where it was like spies versus agents or whatever, I think it was.
Yeah, it was like Midas's hideout or something.
Yeah, and this time it's going to be Snoop Dogg's like
Dog
mansion.
Pound.
Yeah, it is called the Dog Pound on the map, which is amazing. So I don't know, it's a fun season. I actually kind of hope that Eminem has Mom Spaghetti is on the map, and Ice Spice has Ice Isle, which is a little island off the side of the map too. So I kind of wouldn't hate if in between seasons once in a while they do this little like breezy season, play around with a bunch of old Fortnite stuff. There's a lot of old vaulted weapons and items coming back too. So I'm not gonna read them all, but there's a lot of stuff that's coming back that hasn't been in the game in a while. So it should be a fun time. I think if you're like a longtime Fortnite fan, I think there's a lot of cool stuff to play around with for a month. Which is probably like a good, we'll drop this in for a month. It's a good like play around with fun things, and then we'll go back to, what we've been doing. I still don't know how I feel about the Meowskull's Midas skin. I'm not sure how I personally feel about that. I like there's two different 8-ball skins. There's the yellow one that is a 1 ball, and then there's a female 9
I think
ball.
there's a female 10 ball too. I think
maybe it's 10. Oh,
8 ball.
It's 10. Sorry.
I think the 8-ball skin is going to be a like the one where you like can collect a bunch of things. I think that he's going to have a skin for every color ball.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I do miss when they had stuff like that. Like I actually really liked the seasons where you had to like collect the ink things to like get more cell shaded versions of Fish Stick.
Yeah.
And then there was the season with the toy. You had to like find the parts to the toy.
I have a question, and I don't know if this is too much of a stretch because I don't remember on the map. So I'm going to send you a picture. I'll send you 2 pictures. This is from the season key art.
Let me pull this up. Interesting. I mean,
I know that know that there were nuclear reactors there at some point before, but I don't I don't know why, but the color scheme like makes me think that.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just looking at the Persona butterfly.
The Ariana Grande butterfly?
We all know what it really is.
I don't hate that theory. I mean, I like it. It doesn't even need to be actually that, because it could just be like a Fortnite power plant, and then they just add Simpson stuff into the map.
Yeah, well, I doubt we'll get it this season, just because
probably not during this specific season. But I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a month long, and we kind of already have a lot.
Disney's invested, so I mean, we will probably get them the Simpsons at some point. If it's that, who knows? But I especially with things like Family Guy that are in there, they make those things work. Like they can make Simpsons work. I mean, honestly, I don't know how they feel about that IP overall being like a thing that could sway a full season, but they could very easily just do a season that is heavy Simpsons themed. Like,
I don't think they'd do that.
I don't think they would either.
I think I think they'd prefer to have them in the shop.
Well, like it could be very like, you know, you got some Simpsons, like some Simpsons characters in the battle pass, and then you have like Fortnite original characters that are in like a Simpsons art style also in the battle pass, and then you put all the other shit in the shop. Mike, how would you have to buy everything, Mike? Like if they did a balls to the wall Simpsons collab with like, I don't know, 4 to 8 skins, a bunch of emotes, like is there nothing that goes unturned?
Ideally, no. Ideally, I think there might, depending on how they look, I could see myself buying something. Like I think.
Oh, you don't think you'd go balls to the wall? You think you just like?
No, I don't think I'd go ball. I think I would, because that's gonna be too expensive, and like, I don't think I'd truly like it. Like I ended up with what, all 3 of the Futurama skins. That's comparable to that. So like, if there's a decent bundle, maybe I'll get a few, but like I wouldn't buy everything. And I say that a lot, but I think Simpsons, especially if they were to go, as you describe it, balls to the wall and had like 8 skins, there's no way I'd buy all 8. So there's no way all 8 would look good.
Well, it would probably be like a 4-4. So it would be like a 4 now and then like a 4 later. So you wouldn't even know.
I wouldn't even know. Yeah. So like, again, I think out of my own affinity for the series, for the IP, I would definitely get at least one. I don't see myself going like, oh boy, I need this. There might be like a good emote that I would have to get.
He says this now. Ready, Dom? They're gonna put like a couple of main characters in the battle pass, maybe.
They're gonna put.
I mean, Hans I'd have to buy.
Hans would probably be like a back bling, and I think that'd be pretty fun.
Oh yeah, or I don't know, because if he's a character, he'd have a built-in emote of getting a football kicked to the nuts. That'd be a good skin.
If that's not built in, if that's just an emote, that's something I might buy. I feel like Simpsons is prime for a bunch of sick emotes.
Okay.
I think there'd be a bunch of fun emotes, and I could see myself spending a lot of money on emotes. I don't know if I care enough about a lot of the skins.
But
I feel like a lot of them
Mike, they throw a Duffman in there, you're not buying Duffman. You're buying Duffman.
Okay, Duffman would look cool, but I don't think I'd get a Marge. I don't think I'd get a Reverend Lovejoy, you know?
Is Reverend Lovejoy like the top first 4-pack that's what they're doing?
No, but I also don't know if Duffman would be either, but Duffman would be cool.
I think Duffman would be a unique thing to put in.
I think Snake would look cool.
Snake would be an interesting one too. I could see Snake. I could actually also just see Snake being on the map as like a NPC that you get missions from.
Why can I not remember that character's name? It's the guy with the flamethrower.
Hank Scorpio.
Hank Scorpio.
Hank Scorpio, yeah. I feel like Hank Scorpio would be good on the map.
Yeah,
like,
would be
good on the map.
Yeah. You could just buy a flamethrower from him. It would be good.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, like
there are characters that would look cool, but
Burns would probably just be on the map. I don't think that. I mean, maybe they'd make him a skin. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, they would probably have to change one of the locations on the map to like Lard Lad. I feel like that's an easy POI ad for that.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably put like a Quickie Mart in there somewhere, maybe.
Yeah, I don't see it. The thing with short characters though, like I don't know if they'd like what would they do with Bart and Lisa.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the way they got around with it with Morty was they just put him in a mech, but like are they gonna put?
They
Bart
might put like
mech?
Those episodes where Bart and Lisa are adults. They might just use those.
Oh, okay.
Those are the characters.
I would
or they just don't touch the Simpsons family.
Yeah,
there are enough like
other
side characters to do.
Well, I feel like they would at least put Homer.
Yeah, Homer might get in.
I could see Marge too. A cool like
Marge would be weird. I mean, she would have to have her hair down.
Oh, maybe, yeah. If they added like Bart's skateboard as an item on the map, you just fucking zip around.
Yeah.
You were gonna say if they added who, Mike?
I was gonna say something like Mo.
Mo would be good.
Mo would be good. Yeah, it honestly depends on who they put in first. If they put in like 4 skins, unless like they're all foreskin. Unless they're all bangers, maybe I'll buy one or two. Like
Okay.
there are a bunch of Dragon Ball skins that I still haven't purchased.
Yeah, but who?
Goku, Beerus. I don't think I have Gohan. I don't remember.
So you have Vegeta, Trunks, Bulma,
Piccolo.
and Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think you made the right choices.
Androids.
You have Goku Black. Oh, you have Android.
I do have androids and I have Goku Black, yeah.
Yeah. So you just don't have Vanilla Goku and Vanilla Goku's kid.
And yeah.
And Beers.
And I think there's some My Hero stuff I didn't pick up, and I think there's some... What's the other thing?
Like 12 My Hero characters at this point.
Yeah, they have added a lot.
They added a lot. And I don't think I have all the Naruto. I might have all the Naruto stuff, but I don't think I do. Naruto might have them all.
That's a lot of money. You have all the JJK stuff?
Yeah, but there was only 4 skins.
Four skins. You know what? I'll say this. Maybe it's not the same for Dom, but actually, I don't think any of us have all of a collab that's more than 2 skins or something. Like, I love Street Fighter. I didn't buy actually, maybe I did buy all the Street Fighter skins.
Yeah, and Mike already admitted that he has all the Futurama skins.
Well, it's just 3, right?
Just 3. Yeah.
More than 2.
I mean, Marvel's too big, DC's too big. There's just a million things from those, so like you can't really.
If Naruto only has 8, then I might have all 8.
You have
Team
Orochimaru.
7, yeah.
Do you have Gaara?
I believe so.
Did you buy the dog guy? Also, does he have one?
Is Kiba in the game?
I feel like they added 2 more people at some point. Maybe I'm just making that up. Maybe when they added, it was 4, so it would have been Orochimaru. It would have been
Itachi. Nata,
oh, that's what Itachi is who I was forgetting. Okay, do you have all 4 of those too?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Oh, then I think you have all. I don't know if you have all of the cosmetics like emotes or other shit, but it sounds like you have all the skins.
I think I have all the skins for that.
Did they not do Jiraiya? No, right?
No.
Damn, I'd probably spend money if they put Jiraiya and Lady Tsunade in there.
Yeah, that'd be good. But anyway, yeah.
Okay, listen, I get it. Simpsons would be cool though. I don't know. I'm excited. I think it'll be a good season. I think it'll be a fun time. Any other thoughts on Fortnite before we move on?
Nope.
What level are you capping out at, Mike? Did you hit 100?
No, I think I'm at 80 something.
Are you trying to hit 100?
I mean, I could.
It'll probably shut down a little earlier, maybe, but you have until 2 a.m.
I can give it a shot. I don't really care if I hit 100. I think because all I ever liked doing was getting enough V-Bucks from the Battle Pass to buy the next Battle Pass. And they don't even put them on like the first 100 levels anymore.
There's some of them in the bonus pages, yeah.
Yeah, so like I'm already locked out of that. So the only thing I would do is either get as many V-Bucks as I can, or I don't even care about getting the level 100 skin. I think there's just a couple things on that last page I wanted.
I mean, I'm down to clown a little bit after.
I totally forgot that we got a Creed skin.
Creed.
The band?
Creed.
Bratton?
Oh, Creed.
Creed.
The band?
Creed.
Bees?
The film?
Bees?
The film? Apollo Creed?
The film. Apollo Creed,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, has that ever come back to the game?
Adonis?
I don't know. Adonis Creed. Yes, I apologize. Adonis. Yeah.
Do we have a Rocky skin too?
No.
Can you take me higher?
Are there any Stallone skins in the game?
There might be a Rambo one, or maybe I think
there is.
I might be thinking those.
That was.
They don't have any
that
action.
Was Call of Duty.
Action heroes, right? I don't think so.
Terminator.
Oh yeah, Terminators. I forgot Terminator was in there.
The Predator is in the game.
Predator is in there. It's just not. Yeah, it's just not the hero of the film. Ripley.
Okay.
Ripley.
But is that considered like action movie? I don't know.
No.
Because Alien is more of like a horror, right? I have no idea.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things that it does have a distinction, but like in a larger grouping, you could
Ripford would get lumped into that category. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Because at least for my own brain, when I am saying that, I'm thinking of like Die Hard. Like that's what I'm thinking of. Like whatever, Rambo, that type of shit. But I don't really know what the distinction is. I don't watch any of those movies.
I'm questioning. We did not get John McClane, right?
No. So the confusing thing is, I think there was a Call of Duty season where they had Die Hard, Rambo. I think they had a bunch of like action.
But wasn't there
people?
Wasn't there like a tape, the gun tape on your back bling?
Yes, that's what I keep thinking of, and maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just in there, and it wasn't a John McClane thing.
Let's see.
I can't find him in this list. I'm in like a Wikipedia page of collabs, but
according to the Fortnite wiki, John McClane was intended to be added as an outfit in Fortnite, but has not yet released. So, whatever. I don't know what the source of that is. That could just be me on there. So, moving on from Fortnite, has anybody else been playing anything else this past week? I've been locked into mostly some stuff that I am not yet able to speak of, so I don't have a bunch. I do have one thing, but it's a small, and I'll save it for when you guys are both have anything to add if you do. Mike, anything on your plate this week?
No.
I finished Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom.
What are your final thoughts on that?
It was like 8.75.
Okay, all right.
It was good.
That we have. I love the precision that we have in our rating system now.
Yeah.
It was good. It like outside looking in, it looks like not a Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like it shouldn't play like a Zelda game.
Yeah.
But I never felt in it that it didn't feel or seem like a Zelda game when I was playing it. So I think that's I don't know, the mark of a good game when the whole premise of the game is a changed thing, but you still feel like you're playing a Zelda game.
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. I think it does capture the essence of Zelda in that world in a lot of different ways that make it feel it's very different from other Zelda games, but it also feels like a Zelda game.
Yeah. I kept wanting to compare it to Scribblenauts at the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, I get that.
I feel like by the end it kind of got away from that feeling. Once you get to a point where you have kind of an arsenal that you're using, it feels less like that. But
yeah, no, I get what you're saying. At the beginning, it is much to my chagrin. Todd's not here, so it doesn't matter. It's a lot of bed use. You do make use of that for the puzzle structure. But yeah, once I forget for me what point, because even I would say, because I've been clearing out the map as I go and trying to find everything. So I feel like I maybe have found some echoes that you don't need early on, but I had them with me, so I had additional ways to kind of traverse and solve things or deal with enemies. I think once you kind of open up that arsenal, like you said a little bit, it does give you a lot more freedom and options. And when you unlock the ability to also use a sword for a brief period of time, that also changes the game in some ways. I really liked it. I'm not done with it yet, obviously, but I'm excited to get back to it at some point. Have you been playing anything else outside of that?
I started Neva, but I haven't really gotten far enough to really talk about it yet. Very, very visually beautiful, but that's about all I can give you so far.
You played Gree too, or no?
I thought I had, but then I went in my Xbox achievements and it's not in there, so I'll give that a playthrough.
I think when it first came out, it was a Switch exclusive because I played it on Switch. Maybe. I don't think it was anywhere else.
I'll have to check. I feel like I remember, but I don't remember what it's about. So I don't know. I'll start it on Xbox and see if it like clicks. And I've already played it. Like if I recognize it, but
yeah, that's fair. So aside from stuff I can't really dive into just yet, I have been playing a game that came out late this week for mobile, because that's what I needed, was another mobile game. Pokemon trading card game Pocket, which I am holding myself right now to a rule of not allowing myself to spend money on this game, because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
You gotta buy packs.
So it is very much a free-to-play game. It is very structured free-to-play mobile game where, you're kind of time-gated with some stuff. So there will come a point where I'm like, I want to maybe open more packs or progress, rank up higher or whatever it may be. And I'm either, at least the way the game is structured now, going to be beholden to waiting until I am able to do that again, or spending money to speed that up. I haven't hit a point where I feel like I even have that concern, but I still haven't done everything like the initial part of the opening of the game offers. So there's like two sides to this coin, which is kind of just true to Pokemon cards, I think, in general. There's the collector aspect of it, and then there is battling as well. Trading is also going to become a thing, but it is not in the game currently. And the game really kind of walks you through how all the systems and different items that are basically aligned with timers function, and how they work both on the collection side and on the battling side. There doesn't really seem to be anything that stops you from playing. You can kind of just keep battling if you want to. I haven't played PvP yet. I've only been working through the PvE stuff. But it's really fun. It's free to download. You can obviously spend money on it. There's also like a subscription within it if you want to have like premium additional goods and, deck boxes and card sleeves and stuff that you don't need to do that. There also is a shop that you can buy stuff from with the currency you unlock within the game. But it really takes playing the game of Pokemon cards and builds it into a snappier way. Like, it is still playing the game. I don't know if it's like an actual rule set that exists outside of this mobile game, or if it's just an abridged version of one of the main rule sets. But it's very intuitive. I mean, I used to play Pokemon cards when I was younger, so I do like have passing knowledge of how the game functions, and I've played modern versions of it in a few different settings. So I do have a passing knowledge of how playing Pokemon cards works. But so, I can't fully say, well, it doesn't seem like it's not intuitive, because I have a knowledge of it. But it does seem like the game kind of walks you through how it works. It's pretty straightforward, I think. And it also will pop. You can turn them off, but it will pop up if you are maybe spending a turn without like doing all of the things that you can potentially do during one of your turn cycles. So the game does kind of like give you a little bit of training wheels of like, hey, you can actually, still attack, or hey, you can still use an energy card if you want to do that before you give your turn up. It also has an auto battling thing you can switch on, so you can just let the game play itself for you, which I don't really know, unless it's just for like, maybe you're just trying to like min-max and get as much wins or other things unlocked as you can, and you're just letting the computer decide for you. But I've really been enjoying my time with it. There's a friends system, so like I can see other people that I know's like cards and decks, and there are a few different things you can do to show off your collection. So there's like a binder area where you can like choose specific cards to put in it's not a binder, it's just your cards on the screen, but they call it the binder because it's like, trading Pokemon cards. So there's like a binder thing you can do. You can also put specific cards like in different types of unlockable cases if you just want to like show off one card, and you can put them on your profile too. So like if your friends go to your profile, they can see the cards that you like or whatever. So as someone who collects Pokemon cards in real life, I'm enjoying my time with it. I think it's a fun time. I think if you want to just see cool Pokemon art, it's fun to mess around with. If you want to maybe learn a little bit how to play Pokemon, the trading card game, I think it's a very good way to introduce yourself to how that game flows. And if you want to play it outside of that, you can play, in real life, or play a Pokemon trading card game online, which is the web browser version. I don't know how different that is. Again, I think Pocket, it seems like it's a little bit more of an abridged rule set to function better for quicker sessions on your phone, but it's great. I don't know how long it'll keep me. I'm trying to, similar to how, real Pokemon cards work. It's not just like, hey, there's every card and it's here and you can open packs and unlock them. It's, at least for right now, I don't know how it's going to rotate as it goes on. There's like a specific set of Pokemon cards that's in there now. And every time you open a pack, you're pulling from that set. So I want to try to at least collect the whole set and then see if that kind of urge keeps me around when they start adding new sets and stuff. But it's fun. I'm enjoying my time with it.
Cool.
It came at the cool. It came at the right time because in the last few weeks, I have been getting a little bit of an itch to dip my fingers back into Marvel Snap.
New set came out. Oh, I thought you were going to talk about buying Pokemon cards. I was going to say there's a new set out.
I'm behind on sets. I haven't opened Pokemon cards in quite a bit. But the new set that's coming out in January, I already pre-ordered a thing because it is an Evolution set. So
I feel like the one that I saw in stores today was Eevee.
Unless the thing I pre-ordered is just a special box, but I don't think it is. Let's see. So Prismatic Evolutions is the Eevee set that is coming in January.
Oh, so maybe the thing that I saw was just a pre-order. I thought I saw it in stores today, though.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't bought packs. Like, so Surging Sparks is the current expansion. I haven't bought that. Stellar Crown, I don't think I've bought anything from that. Then Shrouded Fable, I definitely haven't. Twilight Masquerade, nope. Temporal Forces, nope. So Paldean Fates might be the last time I bought any packs. I gotta see the... No, I haven't bought anything from Paldean Fates either. So I'm way, way removed. The last thing I bought packs from was Paradox Rift.
Oh shit, they're getting tins for each of the Evolutions.
Oh, for the Prismatic one? The new one?
No.
Yeah. I do like Eevee, so I will probably crack some packs when it comes to that one. But that's really all I have, because I have been playing stuff that, aside from Romancing Saga, which I haven't made a substantial amount more progress than last week's episode. I'm still really enjoying it. I think it's great. I'm excited to play more of that and continue down that path. But I think that's all I got. Mike, what's your anime hot pick of the week?
Have I watched any anime this week? No, I'm still just watching fucking Bleach. But what I do want to talk
about... Is Bleach new? Before you go, is Bleach new, or are you just rewatching Bleach?
So basically what happened was the anime ended before the manga did. So there was one arc of the manga that had not been animated up until now.
Okay.
So they're just finally finishing up the series. What I do want to talk about is I watched the movie Trap, and honestly loved it. No notes. Fucking go watch Trap.
Loved it like you think it was a good movie, or like it was campy or whatever, and like it's just like
it's
your
funny
jam.
that because Trap did come out this year, I'm pretty sure, right? It came out this summer. It's only now streaming. That being said, if I were to like just line it up with all the other movies I watched this year, it is somehow on the better half of things.
Well,
And that's just because I've been watching some stinkers. No, I know that.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you brought it up on the podcast, or it was just us in an off content
in meat space.
Yeah, conversation, but movies came up, and you had said that like, oh, I've just been watching a lot of bad movies this year. The movies I've seen have not been good.
Yeah. But yeah, Trap was interesting. Trap is a movie that Trap knew what kind of movie it wanted to be and still changed its mind about 2/3 of the way in. It's like, I'm going to be something else now. But yeah, it's a fun sort of, I guess, fun campy sort of way, and that like all the things have explanations, but then if you think about the explanations for more than 2 seconds, you're like, that also doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it streaming on something, or are you renting it? It's on Max
now. It's free.
Do you think I would enjoy this film?
I mean, yeah, it's not like
it's
a
not
horror
scary,
film.
Right? Yeah.
It's not scary. Like there's supposed to be some tension, but
so like some suspenseful moments.
Yeah, suspenseful, but like it's at no point is it anything more than just like, hey, Josh Hartnett really wants to leave this concert.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll toss it on at some point. We'll see.
Yeah.
I guess that brings us to the end of the show. Before we wrap things up and play the game, thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode 444 of the Pass Control Podcast. If you're a friend of the show, fan of the show, you want to support the show, a bunch of ways you can do that. The easiest and freest way to do that is by subscribing to us on whatever platform that you listen to the show or watch the show, and leaving us a quick 5-star review or comment, or wherever you're interacting with us. Leave us a little note, comment, or 5-star review. It's super helpful. It will continue to help us grow the show, and we would appreciate you if you did that. If you have bucks kicking around, you can go to patreon.com/passthecontroller, become a patron. You can go to passthecontroller.threadless.com and getting some swag, or you can go to twitch.tv/passcontroller and subscribing to us over there. We do a lot of things outside of the podcast. If you're an audio-only listener, we do record the show live every week, and we do put that up on YouTube later if you can't catch the live show. So you can just search Pass the Controller Podcast on YouTube, and you can find the show over there as well. If you want to see other things we do, written reviews, drink recipes, stuff like that, you can go to passthecontroller.io, which is our website, and it'll link to everything that we do. So you can look for all of our additional things that take place outside of the podcast. I think that will do that. A reminder that next week's PTC Movie Club pick will be us chatting about Mike's October pick, which is Popstar, and we will also reveal Dom's pick for November. If this is your first time listening, weird one for you to pop into and stick around for, but we're here. This way we end each episode is with a game that we like to play. We keep track of the score all year, and we keep that leaderboard updated as we go. As the leaderboard stands for the year, Dom is still in first. I keep meaning to go back and find out if Dom has been in first the entire year. I don't think he was, but he has been in first for a long time. Dom is in first with 52 points. Todd is in second with 45. Mike is in third with 37. We have a bunch of guests on the board, but no guests tonight, so we don't need to talk about the guest leaderboard. We're going to keep it simple and keep it short tonight, and we're going to go back to what we've been dipping our feet into pretty often lately, which is gaming the meta. And the way this game works is I pick 3 games. We have to guess what that review score is according to Metacritic and the platform that it is most reviewed on. If you get closest, you get the point. If you get a bullseye, you get 2 points. Todd already knows what the first one is and sent me his, so I will let him go first this time. Game number 1, since we're coming off of Halloween, I figure why not keep the good horror vibes going. So 2021's Back 4 Blood. If you don't remember this game, is like a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. And Todd, did I say Todd's score?
No, you just said Todd went first.
Todd said 83, and this is going to be based off of the PC review scores because it has the most reviews. PC.
Was this was an Xbox exclusive?
No, you're thinking of Redfall.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it was multi-platform. It's on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
Was there another zombie game that came out at the same time, or am I thinking of Redfall?
I think you're thinking of Redfall. Bro.
It's also vampires, but
yeah, I know.
Easily confused, I would say, in this context of like trying to say which one is which. So Todd is gonna throw an 83 out there. Mike, what do you think? Back 4 Blood.
Back 4
2021.
I feel like people didn't really like this game. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, my finger's not on the pulse. I just go off of what you guys say. And I feel like you guys are just like, you guys kind of fell off of it quick. So I'm going to say...
I don't know, Mike. Did we? Did we, Mike? Did we?
Yeah, but you have a bunch of stupid shit on your shelf. Like, that doesn't count. I want to say, like, 70... Let's say 77.
Okay. Did neither of you play this game?
I think
I thought I did, but now I don't remember what game this is.
I think I did. I feel like you guys were playing. I feel like you guys dragged me into playing with you guys at some point, but I don't think we ever finished it. Or maybe we did and I forgot. I'm thinking about the time that we made it. I think you guys made me play Left 4 Dead.
In 2020, me, you, Jesse, and Otto played Left 4 Dead together.
Okay. I don't know then. Maybe I didn't play Back 4 Blood, but I feel like I do own it or downloaded it or something.
I think it was on Game Pass for a while. I don't know if it still is. What do you think, Dom? We got an 83 and a 77.
I don't even remember what this game is, so I'm just going to say 70.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it was Left 4 Dead, but...
It was Left 4 Dead. It was Left 4 Dead. I'm pretty sure the studio was people that left the Left 4 Dead studio, which is Valve. So I think it's ex-Valve people that went and made their own studio to do this because they weren't making any Left 4 Dead. But somebody's got a bullseye, which hasn't happened in a while, and it's fucking Mikey Mike coming up the leaderboard, putting him up to 39 with a fucking bullseye.
I was gonna do a joke, not a joke. I was gonna be like, I was gonna incorporate the number 4 into my answer.
Well, good thing you didn't. Good thing you didn't. A regular old Bing pot, Mike.
Brenden is so into these television shows.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It has become a thing for you.
All right, we're going to now pivot over to. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're gonna do. Because I don't think we've done this before. And if we have done this, then we're going to skip it and do another one. But actually, we'll save this one for third. We'll do that third. I like where this is going. So let me Mike and I briefly talked about a potential bit last night while I'm stalling, changing the games up. So there was two people that were dressed up as Resident Evil characters, and they were good costumes. So I asked if I could take their picture. I was like, oh, whatever. Like, great costume. I'm going to take your picture. And the guy looked at me in my Alan Wake costume, and he was like, I feel like I know what you are, but I don't know what you are. But are you also like, did he say, are you also from a horror game? Is that what he said to me?
Now I don't remember, but he definitely did try to figure out exactly what you were. And it was confusing because the three of us were walking around as 3 completely different things.
Yes, yeah.
But he did like, are you supposed to be something? You look familiar, or you look like it was ringing a bell. I don't know if he remembers the horror.
So then I said, oh, you know what? That's not what he said. Because I said, oh no, I'm Alan Wake. And he's like, oh, and he's like, do you mind if we get a picture together, all the horror game characters? I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, that's fine. But after that, I like jokingly said to Mike, I was like, what if we just went up to anyone we saw dressed any way like a cop and just said, "Oh, Resident Evil," and like pointed at him and then just walked away. And we decided to not do that, but I think it would have been funny if we were doing that to people all night.
Could have been a thing. Could have been a thing.
Next year, we'll table that for next year. I think it would. I think it would play well. I think people would get a laugh, unless they don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I feel like if you're dressed up as just a cop, there is a decent chance that you don't know anything about Resident Evil. Like, you might know there's zombies in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, like, the main characters are law enforcement.
All right, so we're gonna keep it similar because I believe this is also an ace. Oh, I guess no. Back 4 Blood's not an asymmetrical game. It's just PvE. But I believe this is an asymmetrical game. But I actually don't know. Evil Dead the game from 2022. I believe it is a Dead by Daylight type of game, I think. I actually do not know.
Wonderful.
But we're going to go off of the PlayStation 5 scores. This also released on PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch apparently, and PC.
Is this the one that just came on Game Pass?
I don't know. It is probably the newest Evil Dead game because it came out in 2022.
I didn't even know there were Evil Dead games.
Let's see if I click on this, if it says Game Pass. It doesn't look like it's on Game Pass, according to
I don't know what this game is either.
I'm pretty sure it is an asymmetric. I don't know what it is. It's an Evil Dead game. Came out in 2022.
Okay.
Maybe the fact that none of us know anything about it is telling. Maybe it's not.
I couldn't remember what Back 4 Blood was. Didn't help me.
Okay, so we clearly don't know anything about it, so that must mean it's like a 96.
Is that where you're locking in, Mike? You're locking in 96 in?
No, I'm not locking in 96.
What do you think, Mike? You're going first now that you put yourself out there.
This is bullshit. I feel like saying, what did I say last time? I said 77. I feel like saying 46, but like I really don't know why I'd pick that number. I don't like it. I feel like that's too harsh of a guess
A big jump
for a game that I know nothing about. I never even watched the movie that it's based off of. I'm gonna go with 46 anyway.
Okay, Mike's gonna lock in at 46. Todd dropped in a 76.
Okay. I am going to say 70 again.
Okay.
Because, again, I don't know which game this is.
I
know it has Ash in it.
It should.
Evil Dead, the game, 2022. Evil Dead the game is an asymmetric survival horror game developed by Saber Interactive and published by Boss Team Games. It's part of Evil Dead, blah, 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 blah. Well, there you go. It's an asymmetrical game. I thought it was an asymmetrical game. Anyways,
we didn't call you out on it. We never said you were wrong.
I know, but then I was like questioning myself, and I'm like, who am I even? This will be a point
for Todd,
for big old Dommy Ducats. It is a 72, so Dom's 70 was the closest. And the last thing that we're going to do here, and again, if we did this game before, tell me and we'll change it. But
Max Payne.
I know I said I wanted to stick to like horror-facing games because of the season, but it truly is a horror playing this game, and that is The Lord of the Rings Gollum from 2023.
Ooh.
Todd said 42.
Think that's too high.
What do you think, Dom? Mike's going last this time.
I'm going to say 23.
I was really hoping you were going to say 70 again.
No. This game,
that's too high,
this game doesn't deserve that bit.
Dom's going to rock a 23. Todd is tossing in a 42. Mike, what are you feeling for the Lord of the Rings Gollum? I didn't even say the platform because I don't think it matters. I mean, it does matter. They're not the same scores, but we're going off to the PlayStation 5. So if someone wants to change their score based off of that, the time is now.
Oh, shit. Now that I made that joke, I think I have to give it a higher score than what I would have initially given it.
What were you going to initially give it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've got any option. Dom said 23,
23,
right?
and Todd said 42.
Honestly, I think 23 is probably around the right score. I'm going to say... Do I think it's in the teens? That's the real question. Do I think it's in the teens? It might be. I'll say 15.
Okay. Well,
it might be in the 20s. But I don't know. I didn't play that game yet. I should. I might.
Do you want to change to the 20s?
No, I'll stick with whatever I said. I already forgot.
Well, this one's a real nail biter because there's a 1-point differential. With Dom saying 23. Oh, wait, no. Yes, no, yeah. And Todd saying 42. The score is 33. So that's in Todd's favor by 1 point, right? Yeah.
What did he guess?
42.
His is a 9-point differential.
Off.
It's it's 33 is the score?
Yeah, so you were 10
off.
Yeah,
so I had 10 off, yep.
Okay. I don't know why it was like confusing my brain. I was like, wait, no, Todd is further away.
I think you were like fucking with my head.
I don't know why it was doing that to me. It was fucking me up. Anyways.
Ooh, I can smell the smoke again.
That will give Dom a 53 and Todd a 46. But Mike gaining some ground with the bullseye today. You really did it. The PC had a 38. And the Xbox had a 43.
43?
43 on Xbox.
Wow.
The series versions. There's one review on PS4, so it doesn't have a aggregate score. There's not enough on Xbox or Switch, or none on Xbox and Switch. There just says TBD. The user review is a 1.4.
I played the game. It's like a 20.
Did you finish it? I couldn't. No. It was bad. It was really not good. I won't say where, but the top critic review on the website, metacritic.com, is a 70. And the opening line is, just like Gollum, I'm a bit split. The Lord of the Rings Gollum features a great story that adds to the lore, along with terrific stealth system, but it misses the mark in other areas. I'm not going to speak to the story or lore, but I will absolutely say that stealth system in every other game mechanic that I've played in that game is not good. A 70 is a wild score.
I don't think the lore was very good.
Yeah, I people are entitled to their own opinion. I'm not saying that this person is wrong for their opinion, but
I feel like you kind of are.
I mean, 70's a wild... Mike, this has a 33. 70 is like you're the champion for that game. And even then, you're not even that high on it. You're like, I'm kind of... I'm thinking about it here.
I'm thinking about it. I'm going to give it a C. Everyone else is failing this thing, but I think,
Which, again, I didn't read the whole review. Maybe they make some good points. It's their opinion. They can do whatever the fuck they want. But the game is bad. The game is real fucking bad. Anyways, that'll do it for this week's episode 444. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time.